Regarding extraterrestrial alien visits and encounters, don't expect a Hollywood ending. This is what Ridley Scott warns. Film director Ridley Scott, who delights in terrifying moviegoers with his cinematic blend of horror and science fiction, suggested in a recent interview that the scary prospect of belligerent invading aliens might transcend the realm of science fiction, and according to Scott, hundreds of alien species are out there on distant worlds, and Earth's inhabitants should prepare for the worst if they ever decide to visit our planet. One scientist, though, says that Scott's information about such hostile and abundant aliens is off base and unsupported. Scott told Agence France Presse, AFP, about his belief in superior beings, from humans that is, while fielding questions about his latest movie, Alien Covenant, opening in theaters, and he warned that an extraterrestrial traveler who are the travelers who are technologically advanced enough to show up on our doorstep would likely be very intelligent and very hostile. In other words, they would do what they want once they found, obviously, that we are inferior in technology and intelligence. And unlike the scenarios that dominate movies, if we go toe to toe with these invaders, we probably will not be the victors, he said. He said, if you are stupid enough to challenge them, you will be taken out in 3 seconds. This is what Scott told AFP. Greetings, Earthlings, 8 ways aliens could contact us. In an interview, Scott explained that the experts estimate there are about between 100 and 200 entities on other planets, following what could be a similar evolutionary path to ours. So if they get here first, our best bet would be to run for it, AFP reports. The possibility of intelligent, technologically adept extraterrestrial alien life has intrigued science fiction writers and readers since the French writer Voltaire published his short story Micromégas in 1752, describing 2 extraterrestrial visitors to Earth, one from the planet Saturn and one from a planet orbiting the star Sirius. Scott has made his own contributions to the genre, most notably in his string of alien movies, which imagine a highly adaptable and morphologically flexible alien species. The so-called xenomorphs breed quickly and are ruthlessly efficient at overpowering humans, either swiftly dismembering them or cultivating them as hosts for their young, and luckily in isolated locations that are far from our home planet. But though Scott is skilled in science fiction yarn spinner, his assessment of real-world alien threats could use a script doctor, according to Seth Shostak, senior astronomer with SETI Institute, a research institute dedicated to the search for communication signals produced by intelligent extraterrestrial life. To begin with, Scott's expert estimate of 200 entities is entirely unsubstantiated, Shostak said. We have absolutely no idea what would tell you that what that number might be, he said. In fact, estimates based on data about known planets and galaxies suggest that the actual number of intelligent extraterrestrial life forms could in fact be slightly higher. With approximately 1 trillion planets in our galaxy alone, about 2 trillion more galaxies, that adds up to, well, it's a lot of planets, Shostak said. Why did we imagine aliens as little green men? To narrow the search a bit, scientists could start by just looking at the trillion planets in our own galaxy, he said. Only a fraction of those planets might be capable of supporting life, perhaps 1 in 10, and maybe 1 in 1,000 could produce and support life more complex than bacteria, he said. So that gives us about 1 billion planets in our galaxy that might harbor some type of intelligent life. But over time, life on many of those planets could have already waxed and waned, self-destructed, or been wiped out. Perhaps only 1 planet in 1 million of those intelligent life harboring worlds still supports life capable of contacting humans. So that adds up to about 1,000 planets that could potentially hold intelligent extraterrestrial species, Shostak said. However, if a planet is more than 70 light years from Earth, it has not yet received any radio signals from us. Its residents, no matter how technologically adept, would not know humans exist yet. Even if long-distance observations of Earth told them we had oxygen in our atmosphere and thereby some form of life, they'd be very unlikely to travel all this way to look at what might just be about a lot of bacteria, Shostak said. Neither would extraterrestrials be likely to invade our solar system merely to steal our resources, he said. If civilization is advanced enough that they've exhausted all the resources of their entire system, every planet, moon, and asteroid in their star system, and are all out of natural materials, they're probably at a stage where they could create what they needed from simpler materials in their own backyard, rather than traveling across the galaxy for a very limited supply, he said. It's equally unlikely they'd be showing up because they thought humans would make an excellent addition to their diet, he said. To do that, they would have to know that we have something interesting within our bodies that they could metabolize, and their body chemistry would probably be very different from ours, Shostak said. But Scott did get one thing right. If extraterrestrials are capable of building spacecraft that can transport them to our planet, they certainly would be technologically superior to people, Shostak said. And if he saw a spaceship suddenly appear, Shostak admitted that he'd probably do as Scott suggested, just run for it. This is by Mindy Weisberger, Life Science Unvetted Reality. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.